Hello everyone, welcome back to Pawpaw Sammy and Allie Bug's YouTube channel. So let's talk about pollinators. The best way to bring in pollinators to your urban or rural gardens is to have something called pollinator beds speckled around your property. So if you're just getting into gardening or you're a master gardener, one thing that you need to know is that bees are not your only pollinators. So moths, butterflies, dragonflies, houseflies, parasitic wasps, bees, all of those are pollinators. So you want to encourage all different species of insects to come and visit your garden flowers. So why pollinators? Why even worry about pollinator gardens? Guys, over 35% of the world's food is created by these tiny pollinators. Without them, 35% of the world's food would be gone. Biodiversity, nutritional value, and native plants would decrease and finally go extinct. So having pollinator gardens is just not for beauty. It's also to create a healthy ecosystem. Here's a great place to put a small flower bed in your garden and in your yard. If you are, say, tight on space, think about how my dad did the 2 trees here and how he incorporated a very small bed right amongst these trees just to take this space up, and one, it keeps him from having to weed eat. Flower beds don't have to be huge, guys. You can make them small and compact. This is an herb/flower bed. Now, even in your beneficial beds with your flowers, you can do deep watering techniques like my dad did right here, where he comes out and he waters into this pipe that has holes in it. Guys, this will just help your flowers put their roots really deep into the soil, and you don't have to individually water this bed even during a drought. Having multiple species of flowers for your pollinators is very important. Smaller pollinators need smaller flowers. Some pollinators have long mouths and long tongues and will need deep flowers. Even the colors that you choose can be important. The most important thing is make sure that you do have some native species of plants intermingled with your pollinator gardens. Now, this is an area where blueberry bushes are being grown. But notice all the different flowers intermingled with these plants. And the reason behind this is to increase the amount of blueberries that are produced, or what they call the yield. Something else you can do all around your property, regardless of where you live, set up the little pollinator habitats. As you can see, some of these holes are plugged. That means that these tiny pollinators have gone in and laid their eggs, so the next generation of pollinators will literally be born right here. All right? So I hope that this really helps you guys think about urban gardens, thinking about rural gardens. It doesn't matter. You can garden in buckets and raised beds or directly into the soil. The biggest thing I want you guys to remember is incorporate those flowers. Make sure you've got good shaded areas for your pollinators to get out of the heat during the day. Make sure you have multiple colors of flowers. And what you're gonna see is a higher yield in fruits and vegetables throughout your entire garden. And don't forget, one of the most important things that you can put out for your pollinators is water, guys. Make sure all around your property, you've got small areas that you can contain water. Now, if you live in a place like Southeast Louisiana, you also have to worry about mosquitoes. So you're gonna need to dump your water out every couple of days so the mosquito larvae don't hatch out, and you increase those populations also on your property. Another idea for a watering system is when you purchase any kind of pots that have bottoms, whether it's terracotta or plastic, you can fill those with water, add some rocks, and set that right amongst your flowering plants. This is really going to help your pollinators stay hydrated, because remember, all living things need food, shelter, oxygen, and water. So if you want to be successful in bringing in your natural pollinators to your gardens, regardless of what you're growing, then you're going to need to make sure that you're providing everything that they need to live and be healthy. So flowers can be more than just their beauty. Now what we've got here are marigolds intercropped along with tomato plants. And the purpose of that is to keep the nematodes down in the soil, but the pollinators can easily see these big, beautiful, bold flowers, and they're attracted to yellow. So when they come over to investigate the marigolds, they do me a favor and they go ahead and pollinate my tomato plants. One more variation on a pollinator garden. So this is yellow mustard. It's actually a cover crop, but I can honestly tell you guys that it has seriously increased the yield of the rest of the garden this year. So much pollen right here that I get all the native bees. I get all the parasitic wasps and the hornets, the yellow jackets. I get butterflies and moths. At night, I get bats. So this is just an amazing addition to a large garden. I am increasing the soil microbiology. I'm protecting my soil and fumigating it with the yellow mustard, but I'm increasing my pollinators to just levels that I have never seen before in our no-till. And you don't have to go spend thousands of dollars on flowers. Just every now and then, wherever you have a fruiting bush, plant, or tree, just put one set of flowers in the soil right there as a beacon to all your pollinators that they're gonna find the food that they're looking for right here. So the more that you incorporate all your different colors, your flower types across your entire property, the healthier the ecosystem, the healthier the food. And I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, it increases the native wildlife on your property also, because now you are providing your bats and your owls and your birds with food. Just a little hint. If you're going to increase the pollinators on your property, one of the most important things to do is stop using all toxic pesticides. Because what is the point of increasing your pollinators to turn right around and accidentally kill them all when you spray with a pesticide? So we hope, guys, that you get something from these videos. We want to know how your pollinator garden is coming. What combinations of flowers and herbs are you using across your yard to help grow your food this year? We really appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.